Hello, I'm Helen Tang from SUSE, your AWS ambassador at SUSE. Today I want to talk to you about some great reasons to engage SUSE early when you have an SAP for the cloud project. So we see this all the time. A lot of customers feel like the OS is kind of an afterthought for a project like that and don't feel a need to contact their SUSE representative during the planning of the migration project. And what ends up happening is there's some snafus and we get pulled in by sometimes AWS, the cloud vendor, or sometimes the SI that's doing the integration. And it becomes an all hands on deck exercise to try to fix a problem so the customer, i.e. you, can launch the project on time. So why then engage SUSE early? I have three very good reasons I want to talk to you about today. The first reason is what I call one-way doors. So in theory, the cloud's very flexible. You should be able to do whatever you want and make changes on a dime. That's in theory. So there is something that locks you in a little bit, and that's a consumption model. It can be confusing if you're relatively new to the cloud. With AWS specifically, do you want to do pay-as-you-go? Do you want to do reserved instances? What about EC2 savings plan? Have you heard of private offers? That could save you money. So there are all kinds of options that some of them can actually lock into a situation. We've heard horror stories of customers that went BYOS or bring your own subscription to the cloud, and later they wanted to change to a different consumption model, and they couldn't. They had to physically do a technical migration, basically need to redo everything from scratch. So you don't want to get into that situation. Talk to a SUSE person early, walk you through all the options, then you can figure out what is the correct one for your specific project. The second reason to talk to SUSE early and often in your project is you want to do a sanity check with SUSE right before going live at the very minimum. And that's because we have worked with SAP for over 20 years. We are the most trusted and respected name in the SAP space when it comes to operating system. And we literally wrote all the best practices, developed them together with SAP R&D. So why wouldn't you, right? For a project so strategic, so complex and expensive as the ICP migration, why wouldn't you talk to us and have us run it through our checklist to make sure that you have everything ready to go before you go live? So that's reason number two. Reason number three is all about day two operations planning. So the migration project itself is already complex, but it's never too early to think about day two operations and what you can do to make sure you have the most efficient automated operations as possible, to reduce downtime as much as possible, do things like live patching to figure out all your security and compliance angles. And we have, again, tools, best practices, additional products like SUSE Manager that can help you through all of that. So talk with us early so you are fully up to speed and you can plan for all your day two operations well before you get ready to push that live. So that's it. Thanks for listening, and do subscribe to the SUSE channel for more AWS updates.